Hey, what's up, guys? Spencer Rhodes here. So right now, Negan is locked up in a cell. I believe it's the cell that Morgan built in season 6, and Negan has pretty much been locked up for the entire season. And by the timeline, judging from the timeline, he's been locked up for the past 7.5 years, because after season 8, there is a year and a half time jump for the first 5 episodes, and then Rick left, and then there was another 6-year time jump. So at 7.5 years, it's been 7.5 years since Rick made the decision to have Negan locked up in a cell. So that's how long that Negan has been imprisoned, and it seems like Negan is adjusting to it and getting better with time. I do believe that there's like a psychology to it. When people are locked up, it just kind of becomes almost like a lifestyle. Like you get used to it after a while, maybe even after years, and that's kind of what's happened with Negan. His storyline while being locked up, it's pretty similar to the comics. I mean, there's some obvious differences. In the comics, he mostly talked to Rick and Carl, and in the TV show, Carl's dead. Rick is supposedly dead, so he's got to talk to different characters. He's talking to Judith, who's dead in the comics. So it's just the characters that Negan talks to while being locked up are kind of switched around from the comics and the show. But Negan seems to be handling it a little bit better after the 6-year time jump. In the first 5 episodes, it seemed like he was still trying to play tough and act tough, but he actually wanted someone to kill him. He wanted Maggie to kill him. And I think that's when you realize that the whole tough thing was just a facade, and he really just wanted to die. And once Maggie realized that, that's when she decided to let him stay locked up. So Negan's been locked up for 7.5 years, and like I said, he seems to be doing okay. He talks to Judith, helps her with her math problems. But if you read the comics, you know that Negan does not stay locked up forever. And they're going to have to do this a little differently, I suspect. But basically in the comics, I think Rick kills some 13 or 14, 15-year-old's dad. The kid's dad was trying to kill Rick, so Rick killed him. And the kid blames Rick, so he lets Negan out. And then the kid and Negan sneak out, and they go off. And then Negan kills the kid. And Negan knows about the Whispers. He knows about Alpha. He knows about the heads on spikes. So he goes to the Whispers. He manipulates Alpha, pretends to be her friend, pretends to be like a guy that really cares about them and wants to help them. And then once they get their guard down, he kills Alpha, beheads her, brings her head back to Alexandria. And at that point, Rick and everyone else are pretty much like, yeah, we can't lock you up because you went through all that trouble to kill Alpha. And that starts the war, and Negan plays a part in the war. He survives the war, and he's not going to let them lock him up again. So what they decide to do is exile him. So Negan basically goes off on his own because he's not locked up anymore, but he's also not allowed to be a part of Alexandria. And that's where his story is at so far in the comics. We haven't seen him in a while in the comics. So they're going to have to mix things up if they want to do all of that from the comics, because I mean, Rick's not in the show anymore. There's just some characters and situations. But if Negan doesn't get out of his cell until after the heads on spikes, then Negan might stay locked up for the rest of season 9. Negan might not get out of his cell. He might not get broken out or whatever until season 10. Because, like I said, the reason that he gets out for the story is so that he can go to Alpha, manipulate Alpha, and then kill her, decapitate her, bring her head back, and kind of earn the Alexandria's respect again. So the heads on spikes have to happen first. Before Negan can get out of the cell, the heads on the spikes have to happen. So, and I think that the heads on spikes will not be happening until the finale of the season. So Negan might be locked up until that point. So that kind of really the only question left is how will it happen? How will Negan get out? I don't think they're going to follow the comics. I mean, a big part of what led to Negan getting out was Rick killing someone, and Rick's not even in the show anymore. So they're going to have to mix that up. It could be a bomb, a grenade, an explosion. Maybe one of the Whisperers let him out. Who knows? Maybe that's how Negan ends up tricking the Whisperers. The Whisperers come in, start killing people, and Negan's like, hey, I'm locked up here, get me out. I'll join you guys. And then really Negan has a plan. He's going to get to the leader, kill the leader, and that way he slightly redeems himself. Because he hasn't really had a chance to redeem himself so far. He even tells Rick in the comics, what do I have to do to prove that I've reformed? What do I have to do to prove that I rehabilitated? So that might be Negan's plan to prove that he's reformed and he's rehabilitated, to actually sneak up to the Whisperers, kill their leader, bring their head back, and then he can be a part of the Whisperer War and not get locked up. But like I said, for the story, if they're going to follow the comics, Negan can't get out until after the Heads on Spikes. And I don't think the Heads on Spikes will be until the finale. So Negan might not be out of his cell until season 10. He's just going to have to be Hannibal Lecter for a little while, just staying in his cell and doing weird things with his tongue and whatever the fuck he did in that movie. But yeah, so Negan might be in his cell until season 10. Anyways, that's all I got for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Right now we are at 183 subscribers. My first goal is to try to get to 200, and I hope that we can get to 200 in the next few weeks, so please hit that subscribe button if you are interested. And with all that said, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye.